Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, morning Barbados, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Indeed, good morning to you all. Welcome to today. Today is just another day, another 24 hours for you to make a difference. And so I hope that you wake up today with the purpose of making a difference today to someone who you know or someone who you just don't know. It doesn't matter, but to someone, at least someone. Good morning, by the way. It's Thursday. I'm Pearson Bowen. Thursday, the 9th of July, 2026. Good having you company. Thank you so much for waking up to turn us on and keep us company as well. To those of you joining us on our streams on Facebook and YouTube, good morning to you too. I encourage you, as I always do every morning, to share the show, share the love, bring others along. We are creating a community of people of purpose. And so I want you to be a part of it and have others come along to be a part of it as well. And we thank you for sharing the show. I see that you do. So thank you very much. And of course, if you know of something that has to be told by us or someone whose story you believe we should really look into telling, then tell us about it. Point us in that direction. Send us all the information you have by email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and we thank you for doing so and being faithful servants to our call. Great morning to you indeed. It's Thursday. That means today is Q Day. And so a number of you wake up every Thursday trying to figure out what you're going to do for fun today. Well, the fun today moves to Fowley's Bar in Parishland Christchurch, and we want you to be there as well. It starts at 11 in the morning. That's the big social activity in Barbados on a Thursday typically, and so I'd want you to be a part. Those of you who are guests to our island, you can ask someone at the place where you stay, how do I get to Fowley's Bar, Parishland Christchurch? I'd like to be there, where you come gather for just a few hours at your leisure and your convenience until you say when. At Fowley's Bar today in Parishland Christchurch, that's where Q in the community is. Lots of dancing, eating, drinking, socializing, karaoke, dominoes, all the games you enjoy at Q in the community today at Fowley's Bar, Parishland Christchurch. If you want to take the bus, you take the bus from gate number one of the Granville Williams terminal. That's in town. So you head over there and you take gate number 1, the bus, up to today's Fowley's Bar for Q in the community. Remember, this is crop over as well, and we encourage you to join us as we give you a chance to win a brand new Suzuki Across GLX. It's a 2-wheel drive with a sunroof. It's a hybrid vehicle, so there are lots of cost benefits that you see right there right away. And you can simply do so by spotting or connecting with our partners. When you spot and you see this vehicle anywhere across the island at any of the crop over events, then you take a picture of that vehicle, very clear picture with that logo. It has to have that logo on it. If you don't see that logo on it, you got the wrong car. So remember to look for that one, take that picture, and you send it along with your name and all of your contact details, and I mean all of the numbers by which we can reach you, whether it is your cell phone, your landline, your work phone number. Make sure you're found. And you send it by email to contests@cbc.bb, or you can send it by WhatsApp to 233-7356. That's in the spotting of it to take a photograph to send to us. Then you can connect with any of our partners who you see right there listed on our screen. HK Barbados. You can connect through Capital Financial, the Student Revolving Loan Fund, the Barbados Lotteries, or National Transformation Initiative. When you do connect with any of our partners, you follow the rules and you get your entry or entries in as well. And of course, good luck to all of you. All the best to you indeed as you take your journey towards owning this brand new Suzuki Across GLX 2-wheel drive with a sunroof and 1 year's insurance coverage indeed. So we're giving you something valued at over $100,000 this crop over. Continue watching us here at TV8 because we are in the heart of the festival as well, or listening to our radio stations 98.1 The One, Vibe 94.7 FM or Q 100.7 FM. We're not just bringing bring you the energy and the vibe. We're in the festival too. So you can feel the pulse of the festival. You can understand what's happening in the festival. You'll be a part of the festival as well. So good luck to all of you who are trying today. Speaking of today we wanted to hear from a woman who's written the book, I'm Not Overreacting. I'm an Endo-lioness. Who is she? And what is she talking about in this book? And how can you benefit from the book if you see yourself in this book? We'll talk to her in just a little while. In 30 years in ministry, the Power in the Blood Assembly says we're going on a caravan. We are being obedient to the call of the Lord that says, go into all nations and share my word, but be your fishers of men. So be obedient. And so they are being obedient. And they have this caravan coming up. We'll tell you how you can join the caravan as we move across this nation, restoring our nation indeed for God. This Saturday, the St. George North Grassroots Football Festival comes to an end. It's a whole day of fun. The way they have it planned, I feel as if I should go. I hope you'll feel the very same way as well when they join us to share with you why this competition has really touched and changed lives, but why you should be there for a lot of the fun as well, and what really comprises that fun. They'll talk to us about that. Another way of living, another walk of life, all of those things I can put to AWOL. Well, there is an initiative by that events planning, and the events planners will join us. They'll talk to us about how we can join in saluting and giving back. They'll talk to us about that as well. And so we'll meet another intern as well. It's a young man who we introduced you to at the beginning of his journey with us. He's not yet done, but as his journey comes nearer to an end, we'll check in with him to see how has it been with us at the CBC. And today too, I'll give you an opportunity to connect with me because I really want to connect with you in our Unscramble segments. So stick around for that and a whole lot more. We're 8 minutes after the hour. We're back in just, Pat Ben, good morning to you. Patricia, how are you doing today? She's watching from the United States. Is it still hot where you are, Pat? How are you doing? How are you managing the heat? I wish you a lovely today. Alid Video, good morning to you as well. Wishing a terrific Thursday morning greeting to everyone. He continues to remind us to smile. And I agree with you. Joe Jackman, good morning, Joe. Joe is watching from the United Kingdom. Joe wishes all of us today a thankful Q Thursday. So Joe, we wish the very same to you in the UK. David G. Sullivan, who's watching from all the way over there in Tennessee. David G., good morning to you, my brother. How are you doing? How's Holly? How's the family as well? We wish you a beautiful, beautiful today. Thank you as always for watching us right here on our streams. Nadia Mulchand, good morning to you, Nadia. Is it that you're in Antigua? I can't recall it exactly, but Nadia Mulchand, good morning to you. Thank you so much for watching as well. You too share the show. Back home, Marcia Rock, good morning. She sends a thankful Thursday, thoughtful Thursday morning greeting to everyone as well. And I wish the very same to you. Vereen, how do you do? Happy Thursday morning greeting to you as well. Thank you all for greeting us in the morning. I absolutely love to read your comments. You know this. Ken M, hello Barbados and all West Indians, he writes, from inside the belly of the... I didn't finish. Could we go back? Could we go back for a second? All right. Simon, good morning to you. Watching from the UK, how are you? 30 plus degrees Celsius today. Have a wonderful day. We're having some wonderful sea breeze as well. We're back right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@ mornin.cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
We're going to take you to the first and the next chapter in just a moment, but I want to start with a prologue. It says, "It's 4 a.m. and I can't sleep. I lie in the dark. My thoughts are swirling. Anxiety is beginning to kick in, and morbid thoughts flood my brain. I begin to question my decision. Did I make the right call? Did I make the right call?" And so she responded to our call, and so we're happy to meet with the author of the book today. I am not overreacting. I'm an endo-lioness in Leisha Leach. What a name.
Morning.
Good morning to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us and for being honest and open to write this book about your journey with endometriosis and PCOS. Let's talk a little bit from the beginning.
Yes.
Why is it at 4 o'clock you asked yourself, am I making the right decision?
Okay, because along my journey living with endometriosis and PCOS, oftentimes I found myself under the knife. And that prologue was me warring with myself at that hour in the morning, because the next day it was time to have surgery. Endometriosis affects us in so many ways. You know, persons usually just hear it's a gynecological condition and they focus only on that aspect of it. But as we go on, you would get to understand that there are many different aspects of endometriosis. It has been known to be found in places that you would not even imagine.
Wow.
Like your toe, on your skin. Sometimes you bleed through your navel. You can bleed through your nose. It's been found in the brain, in the lungs.
You have me pausing for just a moment because, as you
Yes.
said, the lack of education says that we don't know, and so we act in ignorance. But at the same time, now to hear you define it in the way that you have just defined it now really opens up our eyes to have a greater appreciation for what people like yourself are living with. And it's that ignorance sometimes that causes us to be cruel.
Yes.
We accuse you of overacting.
Overreacting.
And
yes.
girl, settle yourself. You know, it will come to an end. It's just a little issue. Go to the doctor and he will sort it out with a pill.
Yes.
And you're saying, no.
No, that's not the
what you
issue
were
at
going
all.
through.
See, I purposely chose this photo for the book cover because I wanted to show that don't judge a person by their cover. I'm sure if you could show the viewers, you'll see it's a nice, beautiful
It is.
photo
I'll do
of
it for
me
you.
looking all rosy and the epitome of health.
Yeah. And smiling.
But it's what is going on the inside that persons don't understand.
Yeah. And it's in helping us now break it down in terms of understanding
Yes.
what it is. When you say you're not overreacting.
Yes.
And I'm sure you did not know what was going on with you until some point in time when you had to say, well, hello, this is not making sense. Let's go to the
Yes.
doctor. When did you get to that point of trying to understand? Because you might have assumed this was normal. This is what other people are experiencing.
But you know, I found out by chance that I had endometriosis.
Really?
I was actually being treated for something else. I had my daughter, and I was hanging out some clothes. And when I bent over and stood back up, I had a very sharp pain in the abdomen. And I was like, what is this? And soon after that, probably about 10 minutes, I kid you not, I had a roasting fever. And the next morning, I got up and I went to the doctor, and she sent me to have an ultrasound. That ultrasound proved that I had an ovarian cyst. So I had my first surgery, and this surgery was to remove the ovarian cyst. But when I came out of that surgery, the doctor informed me that they saw something that looked like cigarette burns.
What?
Cigarette burns on my ovary and on my uterus and parts of the abdomen. And she told me that this condition was called endometriosis. Imagine you wake up groggy and this big long word, endometriosis. I had never heard the word until that time. And I was like, am I going to die? What is this? So that is the reason then that I started doing a lot of research on endometriosis and came to find out it has no cure. There's only pain management. And some of that pain management is going in and removing the deposits as they think. So let me tell you what endometriosis is though. So endometriosis is where the tissue that is similar to the tissue that grows on the inside of the uterus grows on the outside of the uterus. It attaches itself. It behaves very much in the same way that a normal tissue would, which would be it attaches, it sheds monthly, and it bleeds. Unfortunately, because it does not belong where it goes, it leaves a scar. And that would have been what those little pitting look like.
What look like the cigarette butts burns.
Right. And also the condition, we developed something called adhesions. This is imagine like a spider web growing on the areas. It's scarring. I think it's tantamount to keloids, what we would call keloids. And
or growing flesh, as some of you call it.
So it causes organs then to be stuck together that don't belong together. So at one point I had an ovary, bowel, and uterus stuck together. It's called frozen uterus pelvis. It's very painful, and sometimes you could put yourself in a position and it would tear. So imagine that. On top of all of this, you have to deal then with chronic pain, which oftentimes leads to mental unwellness.
I know. I was going to come to that. Waited you to tell your story because you're not just managing the physical condition, you're also managing the emotional and mental condition that comes with it.
Yes.
Because you're questioning, why me? What's going on with me? I don't want to have to carry this burden any further. I am prepared to do whatever it is to release myself from this. And that's anguish every moment of every day.
Yes, and then when you have a lack of information, because at the time I found out I was 26 and it was nothing that was well spoken about in Barbados. And I personally had to do a lot of digging and ask a lot of questions. You get misdiagnosed a lot because persons are not familiar with it. They just tell you, oh, it's just a bad period. They give you some Panadols and tell you go home and just take the Panadols. I remember when I was going to school and I would be out from school every single month. And I had a deputy, she said to me, like, do you intend to do this throughout your life? You know, you have to suck it up. You can't do this. When you become an adult, how are you going to stay home from work like this all the time? And I'm like, you know, you would expect another female like yourself will understand that you're going through. But me at my young age did not understand that this was not normal. This is not the norm. Everybody does not feel what I'm feeling. So I just felt discouraged. And then to realize later down in life too that you're dealing with multiple conditions and not just one condition. So you're focusing in on that one condition, neglecting the others and not getting help for them because, you know, persons aren't very well educated about the area. So I'm so happy now in these times that more persons are speaking about the conditions. And I started doing some advocacy coming out of my pain. I put it into purpose. And I linked up with Katrina Allen from the Katrina Women's Health and Endometriosis Association. And we go around the island doing talks, we do webinars, we speak to nursing students. You know, so I feel like this is my purpose.
Yes.
If I went through all of this, it can't be for nothing. Let me help other women that don't have a voice, because certain things in this age is still very taboo. Persons are scared to speak about certain conditions because they fear being ridiculed. And that was my experience. But now I'm like, I don't mind.
You don't
Let
mind.
me just tell the world, because
Yes.
if my story helps at least one other woman, I am very happy.
How has your life generally changed, if it has at all, as a consequence of this diagnosis?
Whew. Mentally, it was rough because there's no cure. So let's start there.
Accepting that.
You had to accept that. No one wants to know they have something that cannot be cured. And then there's the reality that you might be on medication for the rest of your life. Depends on the severity because it has different stages. It's very much like cancer. It has different stages and different severity levels. Mine was pretty severe. And like you will see at the beginning of the book, this was where it had become so bad that I needed a hysterectomy. So this is what I was worrying with myself at 4 o'clock in the morning because it's a final decision.
That's right.
you can't go back from a hysterectomy. But I have big children, and I made that decision. Let me try this route if it's going to improve my life, give me a better outlook on life.
And tell you what, you know, you're listening to Leisha Leach. She sounds powerful, doesn't she? She sounds so confident and comfortable. And that's because she's found herself now being an endo lioness. And so we'll talk to her a little bit more about how she's roaring through this book. And we'll see why you can also get this book to help you roar. We're right back right after this.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
23 minutes after the hour now, we're talking with Leisha Leach, who's authored the book, I Am Not Overreacting, I Am an Endo Lioness. And so she shared with us her story. She has children who are also girls. And so I asked in the break, you know, about that. And you
Yes.
said to me, you do have those girls. What are you saying to your girls?
I speak to my daughter, I let her know about the condition, and I also look for her signs and I monitor to see if she is exhibiting any of these signs as well.
Does she understand?
Yes, she understands. And it's hereditary, also lifestyle fueled by foods you eat or whatever, but it's also hereditary, which I found out later in life because having gone through mine, then you learn so-and-so had, so-and-so had, so-and-so had.
Yeah.
Why aren't we having the conversations? This book is a conversation because I believe it is an important topic. It needs to be spoken about. Women are suffering, and I want to help, to be a catalyst to help other women because I have a daughter, I have goddaughters, I have nieces, and you need to be able to speak to other women as well. Somebody that is listening will hear this story and go, maybe my symptom is X, Y, and Z, and it will position them to get up and go seek medical intervention.
You have a number of chapters
Yes,
in the
please.
book. And so you took the time not just to tell, when you pick this up, you're not just reading Leisha's story.
No.
You're reading your life as well. But you've broken it down into chapters
Yes,
to help
please.
us understand how we manage and live through the condition.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about what one can expect when we turn these pages of this book.
Okay, as we turn these pages in this book, you will start from Leisha, the 13-year-old, going through menstrual pains and not understanding what it is, examining her body, looking at herself and comparing herself to other girls her age, and why am I late? Why is this person advanced ahead of me and I'm still catching up? Then you will go on, you will get the story of Leisha, the adult, well, the teenager, then the adult. So I have broken it down in stages of life. And like you said, it's not just my story. At the end of every chapter, there's an element for women to reflect and to deal with their own mental wellness, because I know it is a lonely place to be if you don't have support. So I also wanted to include that element into the book. So it's a guided journal. So I don't just give you a bunch of lines and say, here, go and write.
Yes.
I ask you the questions and you answer and you introspect and you ask yourself, is this what I'm living with? How do I do this? How do I move forward from this? I've spoken about the work setting, working while wounded, you know, because you're still expected as a female to do the necessary. You're expected to do your duties at home, your duties at work, and your duties in society, right? So I've broken it down, every step going down, all the way down to the end of the book where I had a conversation with my doctor and we did a Q&A. And this was something that came out of the sessions that I would do. There are always questions that persons would ask. So I picked out a few of those most important questions and have my doctor answer them. So it's not for Alicia. I'm not a medical professional. So I made sure that I gave some true information in the book. My doctor, he worked along with me, and all the medical information that you would find in the book, that's not Alicia. That is
That's the
Dr.
medical
Bayo.
professional.
Yes,
All right.
please.
And so here it is. You use a phrase just stuck in my head, you know, a lonely place to be.
It is.
And so I've learned to depend on me. And that's from the greatest love of all,
Yes,
indeed. And so
yes.
you reach a point when you have to take responsibility for you.
Yes, please.
Or you will be alone. And not being alone is why the book is written, because you're saying
Yes.
other people are with you on this journey.
Yes,
and we can
please.
help you through this journey as well. I like the fact that every chapter ends with a thought-provoking question or a series of
Yes.
questions, because it helps. We tend to pick up a book and we want to read quickly to the end to see how, happily ever after. No. And not every book ends with happily ever after. It requires us to stop and pause for just a moment. That's why we talk about literacy in the way that we do, comprehension. And so as you turn chapter by chapter, don't rush to see how quickly you can get to the end. Take your time. Take your time, reflect for just a moment. See how it applies to you or someone nearest to you, and see how you then can have the capacity and the compassion to be able to help them as you go as well. And so the book is called I Am Not Overreacting, I'm an Endo-Lioness. This book is not just for women.
No, it's not just for women, because there's a section in here that speaks specifically to partners.
Yes.
It's on partner support. And ladies, if you do get the book, hand it to your partner and let him read the book so that he also gets an appreciation on what you're living with, and to see that it's not just you being lazy or just being
fretful.
Yes.
We say that. You're just being fretful for
I
nothing.
agree.
And you're saying, no.
No, we're not overreacting. So I wanted to be able to have men included, because men do come to my sessions, which I very much appreciate, and I applaud them every time I see them in the crowd. They do come to the sessions, and a few of them have bought books, and they bought them to gift them to other people, like their partners or their friends that they have heard say that they're living with the conditions. So I'm very pleased to see that the word is spreading, and that persons are paying attention and being supportive to other women, because it takes a village.
It really does. It really does. And I want the boy child as well to see this as important, because oftentimes we let the daddies go ahead and the boy child is forgotten, because he's the next generation. He also needs to be able to understand how to interact in community with other women, and women who do have this problem of endometriosis, this condition known as endometriosis. And while it affects the woman, it doesn't change who she is, at the heart of who she is. And so don't get caught up in the reaction or the symptoms. Let's look at the cause. Let's look and see who she truly is and support her. And so this book encourages you to be able to do so. You talked about buying. So how can people access this book?
Okay, the persons can access this book. If you're outside of the country, you can get this as an ebook or a paperback on Amazon. If you're in the country, you can get it from me.
Okay.
So I will provide my...
Because how am I going to find you?
Okay, so I am the Endo-Lioness on YouTube. Then there is the Endo-Lioness Rights. That's on Instagram. And then you can call me directly. My number is 230-7910.
230, look at the bottom of your screen, everybody. 230-7910. All of her contact details are right there. She's living with PCOS, endometriosis, and you could be too. And so how do you now become an endolinus yourself? It's quite simple. Follow the book. Get the book, read from Leisha's story, and see how she's been working her way through this. You see her smile today. Tomorrow it might not be a smile, but this smile says that you can still live. You can still be a whole person. You can still enjoy everything that's just going on around you with the support and the understanding of those around you as well. Leisha, you've done a good job here.
Thank you.
And you said you do sessions online as well, right?
Yes.
On your YouTube channel?
Yes, I have provided something like a little blog where I went on. Yes, a vlog. Where I went on and I shared my journey.
Yes.
And that is where it started outside of doing the talks. I said, see if I can reach a couple more people that way. I post on TikTok. I post on Instagram. So I've been trying to keep busy sharing.
Yeah.
But this, to me, is my greatest contribution that I have made to date, because I've pulled everything that I could think of. I have put an endo toolbook in here, like, to tell women these are things that you should do. Okay, like one important thing that they want women to do: start cataloging and start recording your symptoms, because I find that when you are in crisis mode, we call it crisis mode. This is once the oral medication has stopped working, and you don't need to fund yourself for more medical intervention, because intravenous medication works faster. So you might need to visit the hospital. When you're at that stage, you very well are not tracking. So the doctor might ask you, when did the pain start? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you're in pain, you can't think straight at the time. So what I'm encouraging women to do is to start recording your symptoms. This morning, I'm feeling this way. The pain lasts this long. It was at this number, because they do ask you the number. Is it on a scale of 1 to 10? Start tracking and keep it in a nice little folder, so that when you go, if you have to go and somebody can bring it for you, they will bring it and the doctor can have access to that information. Also, I encourage them to do other things, like have a contact sheet where there's a list of persons that somebody can call to assist you should you pass out or something. Yes, because it gets that bad sometimes. You pass out.
The pain is just unbearable.
It's unbearable. I've heard persons in the medical field said it is equivalent to someone having a heart attack. The pain, that intensity. And there are little tips and things that I offer women, having gone through this for so long, because it's more than 20 years that I've been living with the condition. So I've started gathering all the little tidbits and put them in one place. My next project after this now is to, because I was thinking about it, I met a young lady. She was only 17 years old. Her mom had brought her over to speak to me, and she is already at the surgery. She has lost her ovary.
Wow.
17. So it got me to thinking that, because this book has like about intimacy and how to revive yourself post hysterectomy and those type of things, I did not want to offer that to a child. So I'm currently now doing a children's version of the book, clean it up, and just offer them the information, because we need to start informing girls from younger. We have been into some of the schools already, and we speak to young ladies, and I have noticed that a lot of them now are having a lot of bad period pains. So I felt it necessary to revamp the book a little, to offer to a younger audience.
Teenage girls in particular.
Yes. Preteens as well, because it starts from even primary school
they're
level.
growing up so quickly. And so the teacher said to you, pull yourself together, suck it up, girl. Are you going to behave like this every month? And now you say to your teacher?
Now I say to my teacher, I hope that, as time has elapsed, and she's probably seeing my book, that she now understands I was not overreacting. I learn to live with the condition, yes, but please don't write off person's pain. It is not your pain. Don't discredit it. Because you're not living it does not mean someone else is not experiencing it. Try to be a little bit more empathetic to persons. Try to put yourself in someone else's shoes sometimes. This has broken me, this disease, because it has a cousin. I bet you didn't know that. Endometriosis has a cousin. It's called adenomyosis, which is, it behaves a little bit opposite because, well, endo grows on the outside of the uterus. Adeno grows on the inside of the uterus, causing it to get bigger and heavier and more painful periods and chronic pelvic pain. And I've had all three.
Wow.
PCOS, adenomyosis, and endometriosis. And it physically broke me, mentally broke me. I had to seek medical intervention because after the hysterectomy, your hormone levels drop. And hormones are what controls your emotions. It controls your mood, how you function. It's a very big part of your life as a female. And mentally, I became very depressed. And that is when the book came to being. I put all of my feelings on paper. I just started writing and I couldn't stop. And by the time I knew, I had a book.
Yeah.
And then it was like, what are you going to do with these words? Are you just going to keep them to yourself, or are you going to
share them?
And I decided, I know it is taboo to speak about certain things. I wasn't sure it would be received, but I felt like if it got into the right hands, it would help those that necessarily needed it. So
you've come on a long way. And
yes.
you know, everything you've said words, and every time you do, I hear you say this again. You were not built to break. You got to know your own strength. And it's in that strength that you've written the book, I'm Not Overreacting, I'm an Endo-Lioness.
Yes.
And so, folks, you can join the pack of lions as well with Leisha Leach. Look, note her name, look the spelling of her name, Leisha, Leisha Leach. You can find her on Amazon, the book, and order your book, whether in soft copy or hard copy in Barbados. You can contact her, as you see on the bottom of your screen, by those numbers right there. And Leisha will be happy to come sit with you, talk to you. She'll be happy to also, she's encouraging you to watch her YouTube channel as well, where she shares all the time. And while you were speaking,
call me if you are a female.
Yeah.
You are not alone. You are. You see, it's on this. You are not alone.
Go to Michael Jackson.
I am here for you.
Well done, though. Thank you so much.
So feel free to contact me at any time, because we all need the support.
Indeed.
So please reach out to me. I am here. I'm willing to talk to you. I'm ready to share my story with you and guide you towards getting some help for whether it's a mental condition or whether it's a physical condition. Contact me.
Leisha, I thank you. I thank you greatly for the contribution through writing, and then the contributions through connections as well with people as well, because we are a community of people. We tend to see people as just objects about the place, but we are not. We're hearts beating, we're with passion and purpose, and so you have been obedient to that. I thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Leisha Leach. The book is called I Am Not Overreacting, I Am an Endo-Lioness, and you can get it, as I shared with you just a moment ago, either from her or online from Amazon as well. Get a copy today. Men, read it as well. It's important we understand what the female folk are going through and to be able to be there to support. But pass the knowledge along to generations that are following you as well. Make sure they get to know too. And look out for the new book coming soon that's approaching preteen and teenage young women, because they also need to prepare in the event. So we'll take a break right here on Morning Barbados. It's 20 to the hour. We're back right after this.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVD.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 18 minutes now to go to the hour of 7 o'clock this Thursday morning on Morning Barbados. And what a powerful start with a story told by Leisha Leach, a powerful story that helps to empower people and bring a community together with greater understanding for a single purpose, to help one another. And so the Power in the Blood Assembly, they are now marking 30 years of ministry. The power in the blood, get it? I'm sure you get that, folks. Let me not be crazy. Bishop Eric Peters is with me because they have an initiative going back into the community to bring the people together one more time. Good morning to you, Bishop Peters.
Good morning, Pearson. It's
First of all,
a pleasure to be here.
As well, for me, congratulations, first of all, on this
Thank
significant
you.
milestone as well. Let's reflect for just a moment on those 30 years.
Well, it's interesting how transitions work. And our ministry has been what I would call a relay of faith. Because it began 30 years ago with my father-in-law. I was not there. I was never in the picture. I had no thinking of that at all. And for about 10 years, he led it strong. Everybody knows him as Bishop Vibert Lowe.
That's
He
right.
was a household name in Barbados. And then he had a medical challenge. And then for about 10 years, while he was recovering, my mother-in-law, Pastor Edna Lowe, she handled things and took it up to 20. And this year, exactly this year, 10 years ago, I came here and assumed the leadership of the ministry. And so it has been a three-leg race. So now that we are 10, I said, Lord, I hope I have 10 more. But we thank God for the 30 years. He has been really faithful to us, and Power in the Blood, I must say, has really done a great job in Barbados. I have inherited, I'm standing on the shoulders of great people who have led and done great things.
And so the nation cries out still because we're faced with challenges that are different from 30 years ago, but somehow similar still, because it's always people at the center of it. And sometimes at the center of it, we also forget there's a person called God.
Oh, yes.
And so built to restore our nation 30 years ago, that is still the purpose. Your theme this time is strong legacy, sure future.
Yes.
And I, as I was preparing for this, I kept thinking, okay, in how many ways can I think of this theme? Strong legacy, sure future. I could get selfish and say it has a great start, the church, with Pastor Bishop Vibert Lowe, and therefore it has a strong future.
Yes.
But then I could also look at myself and my relationship with Christ and look at that fact as well. The church was built on the premise of who Christ is.
Yes, correct.
And so we have a strong legacy,
Yes.
which also gives us a sure future.
Yes, we have a hope.
Am I reading you right?
Correct.
All right.
Correct. The theme, and it's very interesting because I don't necessarily go to a book to find something. I really go to prayer and ask God, what do you have?
Yes, yes.
And when he gave that to us, it began to unfold, as you said. It really captures and includes everybody in the entire theme. So it's not just about Power in the Blood Assembly, because many of the individuals today we have as members, some of them were there 30 years ago. Some of them, their children are there today. Some of them grandchildren. So we are seeing the legacy aspect of it. And one of the things I'm always mindful of, and that is why, I believe we worked with the theme. The part of the theme as strong legacy is we have a generation today that behaves sometimes like common sense began with us.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
We didn't build the world that we live in. The world that we live in was given to us. It was handed over to us. And so we need to show respect, and we need to honor those that go before and really celebrate their contributions. If you don't accept it and you don't appreciate it, then how can you build on it?
That's right.
And I've been sharing with some young men recently that one of the reasons our race particularly is challenged is because we always want to start over. If you look at the other races, the whites and the Middle Easterns and the Asians, everybody's seeking to build on what daddy built, and we have businesses of 4 generations and 5 generations, and somehow within our community we don't see the importance of everybody wants to start something on their own. So we're always on the starting block. And life is a relay. Generations are it's like the leg of a relay. And today, your children and your children's children, the Bible speaks of Abraham and how Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, it shows that faith is a generational thing and it's expected to be passed on.
That is so true. Boy, that's a powerful statement. I'm going to hold on to that one. But I'm also reflecting on something that I heard right here, having an interview, and I keep referring to this all the time. A little child in Africa asked of a Barbadian teacher, whose tribe are you from? And the teacher said, I'm not from a tribe. But then how do you know how to live? And I likened it to what you just shared with us, the legacy, the generational bit. And so it's the passing on.
Correct.
It's the passing on. And that's the caravan. You're going back into communities to remind people, I suppose, and also to bring people in. So let's talk a little bit about this caravan and what it's designed really to achieve.
Okay. Well, going back to the theme, in the national context, we want to assure persons that Barbados has a strong legacy. It may not look like it, but we have a strong legacy. We have a strong legacy of faith. I honor the men of God in Barbados, like Dr. Holmes Williams, who preached the gospel throughout the Caribbean. I, as a young boy in Grenada, listened to him every morning at 5:30. We have Basiliards, and we have all of these individuals who went through the Caribbean. Barbados produced a lot of what we have today. I know Barbadian pastors in Grenada. And so we have to remember that we have a strong spiritual legacy. And secondly, we also must remind individuals that we have a sure future. That regardless of what we see, the enemy may be doing his thing. And I tend to think in crisis mode and problem-solving mode, and I see every problem as an opportunity. Just last night I was teaching some leaders that my perspective of a problem is that it's an opportunity. And I believe we have a tremendous opportunity as the body of Christ to share the gospel. Now people are in pain. People are ready to listen. Right? They're ready to hear. They're ready for the provision of meaning. They're ready for the provision of hope. And we have hope. And that's what the future is sure. We have a sure future. Whether it's here or it's in heaven, we have a sure future with the Lord. And we need to always remember that and remind people of it. And so that's what we'll be doing.
So rather than focus on the problem, you focus on the solution. And you people are triggering so many things to me this morning, simply because, I was told quite young in my career, not in broadcasting, but in another profession I was in, you realize that in time as you grow that there never was a problem. You are in search of solutions. But because we label it a problem, we find ourselves stuck right there. But if you simply look at things as, hey, I'm in search of solutions, then go for that.
Just last night I was teaching the class and I told them, our culture, there's a cultural context to problem solving. Our culture has wired us badly. In that we see problems and we begin to, Lord, what am I going to do? But other cultures begin to see it. So everything today that we have, the phone, somebody looked at it as a problem, as the lack of a phone as a problem one day, and came up with this. And all of a sudden we realized, I really can't live without this thing. But it was somebody. And you can solve so many problems. The people today that are richest in the world are the innovators.
Yes.
Are the people that solve problems.
Yes,
That's all
yes,
they do.
Yes, there's solutions for everything.
Solutions.
And so the caravan is going into communities.
Yes.
So we're coming from your churchyard.
Yes.
and then we're
Yes.
moving
So we
into a few
actually
parishes.
begin at Trents, right? We begin at Trents in St.
That's the first stop.
Yes, that's where we all gather there and begin to push through the rest of the island. So
Okay.
we end in St. Michael.
Okay, so everyone should come to Trent's.
Everyone should come to Trents. Everybody that wants to be a part of the
caravan.
caravan should come to Trents, because that is where we'll begin.
Right.
We want to make this about Barbados, not Port Blood Assembly.
Yeah, I get you.
So
I get you.
We started at Port
Somewhere
Blood
else.
Assembly. We start at Trents.
I get you. So it's
Yes.
Trent St. James. And by the way, when is this again?
And this is this Saturday coming.
Folks, this Saturday
This
coming,
Saturday
we're
coming.
gathering at Trent's St. James. Where exactly? Because Trent's is an area.
Actually, the playing field.
Okay.
Right. So the people that are interested, we can leave the church car park. They'll be gathering there, but the caravan itself begins
from there,
at Trents.
Trents.
All the equipment will leave where they are and go to Trents. But while we gather at Pouring the Blood and get down the road, that we can begin.
Right.
there.
And so we kick off from Trent's. We're going to a number of areas as well. We're touching
Yes.
points. We're not touching,
Yes.
we can't touch every
We can't
parish.
touch everywhere.
But
touch
at least we're going to certain areas. So where are we going? From Trent's, where are we going?
From Trents, we go to St. Peter, we go to Pitestown, and we move from there to Checker Hall, St. Lucie, to
My
Belle
area.
Plaine, to Brereton, St. Philip, to Wharton in Christchurch, and then we end at Freedom Park. We wish we could have done everything, but we can't. But there's also a legacy aspect to the caravan, because during the COVID pandemic, the Lord gave us this mandate to take the gospel out there. And so we did the Caravan of Hope, which is still part of our ministry. We're just waiting on the right equipment to keep doing it. And so we went, every month we would go to one parish and share the gospel. People would gather, they would come sit in their cars and turn on the FMs and listen
Yes.
and so forth. And so we keep that theme. And so we're doing that again as part of our celebration.
So look out for that. It's coming again
Oh, yes.
soon.
Oh, yes.
But this Saturday, so what time should I start to gather at Trent's?
So we leave Pouring the Blood at 8:30, and we seek to kick off at Trent's about 9 a.m.
Right.
Right? We really want to be there. Trent's will get the first message,
Yes.
the first prayers, and then we move on. And at every point where we stop, we'll be, encouraging people with the word of God, and then we have intercessors that will be praying a blessing over every parish.
That's brilliant.
Yes,
That's
yes.
brilliant indeed. And so as it goes, now caravans tend to say, for me, it's a convoy.
Yes.
And so while there's a lead, there are other people following. Are you encouraging people to get in the cars
So-
if you wish to join?
Correct. We encourage people to join. The challenge is we don't want to create a traffic
Traffic
nightmare in Barbados, and it turns the other way. What was meant to be positive now becomes a negative
Yes.
thing. And so we want to encourage people, come in your cars if you want to. We have had buses available.
Okay.
All right, because the caravan itself, the convoy, has a number of vehicles that it can have. But you can come in your vehicle and drive ahead and stop somewhere and wait for
And
us
wait for-
there. And we
correct.
get there and you do the same thing over and over, which is what I intend to do, really.
Yes, yes.
But you can be a part of it. And we want to encourage people, you're not a member of Mornin Barbados Assembly, that's fine. You can pray, come out. Let's really believe God for Barbados.
Indeed, so
Yes.
look at your screen, everybody. Look at your screen from Isaiah 62:67. I have set watchmen on your walls, O Jerusalem. They shall never hold their peace day or night. You may make mention of the Lord, do not keep silent, and give him no rest till he establishes and till he makes Jerusalem a praise in the earth. That's the passage from which
Give
this is
him
built.
no rest. And especially that last part. Give him
No
no rest.
rest.
Until he makes, and we put Barbados, until he makes Barbados a praise in the earth. You can't live in a country and not love it and not pray for it. And we pray that God will make Barbados a praise in the earth in whatever aspect he determines, whether it be in technology, in finance, in energy, whatever
Yes.
it is, but we want Barbados to be a praise in the earth because we love this nation.
You know, there's the hymn that goes, the power in the blood. It is so important, you know. And think for just a moment why Jesus came, why God sent his son to shed his blood, to die on our behalf as well. And again, you see the power of blood? That's what we're talking about. And God, because God blessed it, is life.
Yes.
And so we want to again create in this nation all that empowers and creates life,
Correct.
life built for something positive in service of God as well. And while you're saying, but I want to be a Christian, don't fret for just a moment.
fret.
Just come.
Don't
Just
fret.
come.
Don't
Just
fret.
come and learn and hear and engage with and see what God can do.
And you'll never understand the joy
Until.
of being a Christian until, right? It may sound scary, but it's life. It is life. It is life at a different level. It's
Totally.
life with a different meaning. And knowing that you can live your life with confidence because something you could not do, Christ did it for you. You couldn't pay for your sins.
Yes.
Christ paid for it, that you can live well. And we just want to encourage people to enjoy that life.
Yeah, so look out for the caravan,
Taste,
folks.
taste and see.
Taste and see that the Lord is good.
Yes.
And so come and join in the caravan. When it stops in your area, whether it's in Trent, later then in Speightstown, moving on then to Checker Hall in my parish of St. Lucie, or in St. Andrew, Belle Plaine. We have a little lunch stop, but then we move on to Brayton, St. Philip, and Christchurch in Watton, or St. Michael, back to the Freedom Park. Spend some time. We're not asking you to give all of your time. If you're busy, we understand. But spend some time, just a moment in time, meet God there for just a moment. The woman who had the issue of blood or that problem, she just said, but if I could only.
If I can only touch
That's all. If I could only.
If I can only touch
and so she wasn't saying, I want to spend the whole day with Jesus. If I could just get close enough and only. That's all I need. So her faith led her there.
Yes.
So have faith yourself that if only by being there alone, you can experience, you will experience it for sure.
So members from the community, you can just come out for that leg. If you live in St. Philip, you live wherever you live, come to that place, meet us there. And you'll know that we are there because you're going to hear the music. You're going to hear, we have a big sound system, you're going to hear it, right? And just come out and let's pray together and let's believe God for Barbados. We live here, we love this place, and it's our responsibility to pray for it and to bless it.
Indeed. This is Saturday coming, folks. Saturday coming, and then Sunday morning, watch it on TV. Well, not 8, but watch
us. Watch us.
the
We will be
broadcast
there.
on TV.
Yes, we will be there.
Thank you so much, Bishop.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
You too, as well as
Thank you
always,
so
my
much.
brother.
All
All right. We're taking a break here on Morning Barbados. We'll be right back with more in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados will love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit. testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad?
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's look together at the news now. Government is strengthening its fight against crime with a renewed focus on public education and stronger community engagement. Raising public awareness and engaging citizens will be a central part of a broader strategy aimed at preventing crime and improving public safety across the island. Here's a report now from Deanza Roberts.
If I hide you, I committed a crime too. I could go to prison for between 10 to 25 years.
A stark reminder of the stiff penalty that could be meted out to people harboring a gang leader or member. It is part of a public education campaign aimed at sensitizing the public about the recently passed Criminal Gangs Act.
Get help. Change your life. But you can't stay here.
That's a response the authorities are hoping people would adopt when faced with the choice of whether or not to harbor gang members or people on the run from police. The messages are contained in two public service announcements launched by Minister of Legal Affairs and Criminal Justice, Michael Ashley. He says it is part of government's ramped-up crime prevention program. The ministry will also roll out posters on the act, which have been donated to schools and communities and the police service. Speaking during a press briefing at the Office of the Attorney General, Mr. Lashley stresses the strict penalties attached to the offences.
And as you know, the criminal gangs legislation places very strong penalties on the harboring of gang members and persons who recruit gangs, and the penalties are very stiff. The law still exists with respect to harboring of criminals or persons that you know or have knowledge of that are engaging in criminal activity or gang-related activity.
He's urging Barbadians to be receptive to the campaign and help spread the word.
I want Barbadians really to view these two PSAs not only as a warning, but view it as something that you can now go out to your fellow man and say, you know what, join us in this fight, engage in this fight, engage in this public education program. That, yes, in some instances you'll be loyal, but you can't let loyalty bring you into breach of the law.
Mr. Lashley also reveals that they will be partnering with the Barbados Police Service to engage in greater community outreach efforts as part of its fight against crime.
Because we cannot solve it by just enforcement. You have to solve it by reaching into communities and getting persons who are at the brink of touching the criminal justice system, and that persons who are young, that we believe that are vulnerable, might not be part of the criminal justice system, but might be vulnerable to leaders, gang leaders, and drug leaders, and that we must go at the other end and say, you know what, let us get the positive community leaders to be involved in this crime prevention program.
He says there will be a wider national education program on crime prevention, which will take a holistic approach, including schools and service clubs. Deanza Roberts, CBC News.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Nutritional Security is set to introduce its Project Care program, aimed at strengthening Barbados' agricultural sector and improving the island's food security. This was announced by the Minister, Dr. Chantal Munro-Knight, during her keynote address at the Golden Sickle Shared Food Harvest Ceremony at the Pine Basin yesterday. Speaking to an audience of farmers, ministry officials and key stakeholders, Minister Munro-Knight said the Project Care forms part of a wider strategy to boost productivity, ensuring food security and promoting sustainable farming practices. Trevor Thorpe reports.
Minister Monroe Knight highlighted the significant plans and initiatives that are in place to support and advance the agricultural sector. She expressed optimism about the future of the industry, noting that much is on the horizon to enhance the livelihoods of farmers and contribute to the overall development of agriculture in Barbados. The program is expected to provide vital resources, technical support and training opportunities to farmers, helping them to increase yields and improve the efficiency of their operations.
That program, similar to efforts that we will have here, and again in cooperation with our partners, will see us delivering, again for households, the ability to be able to grow in their backyards, grow directly in their backyards, fruits, vegetables, as well protein elements, so that households again can feed themselves. All of these efforts are about delivering at scale, delivering food security for Barbadians at scale.
Minister Monroe Knight says they are also building capacity for training as well as agro-processing, and another program called Carmita's Crown is coming.
It will be a challenge that we will throw out to Barbadians, average Barbadians, to be able to provide us, give us, the Ministry of Agriculture, your own innovative processed product. We will work through BADMC to provide all of the marketing support to help you do all of the other build out and scale out of that, build capacity, provide resources, so that we will have in our Carmita's store that new agro-processed product that will be developed here. Ordinary Bajans, ordinary householder, ordinary wife.
The minister says it is a promising step forward for the agricultural community, showcasing the ministry's commitment to fostering growth and resilience and cooperation within the sector.
All of these efforts are about delivering at scale, delivering food security for Barbadians at scale, and again at the household level. I want to thank again Ambassador this cooperation and all of those who have been working with the BADMC on this particular project. I don't think that Barbadians would have envisioned that we would be growing rice here in Barbados, and then with the capacity to be able to go even further at scale. This again points to the level of innovation that partnerships like this can bring, real technical cooperation. It also as well, and I hope that we are cognizant again of the fact that Barbadians can innovate around agriculture.
The Agriculture Minister said it's phase 3 of the project with the governments of China and Barbados and the BADMC, and thanked farmers for their interest, support and involvement. She called on all concerned for their support as they strengthen cooperation and the linkages to move agriculture to the next level. Trevor Thorpe, CBC News.
General Secretary of the Unity Workers Union, Caswell Franklin, says he's taking the Barbados Energy and Sugar Company to the Labour Office over what he's describing as the unfair dismissal of 10 employees. On Monday, BESCO's management announced the layoffs were part of a limited restructuring aimed at aligning the company's staffing and operating costs with its current commercial realities. However, Mr. Franklin says he's taking the matter to the Labour Office because he believes the sugar workers are being sent home as punishment for participating in protest action at the beginning of this year's sugar harvest. He spoke to CBC News after meeting with his members who were dismissed by BESCO.
What we have proposed and what we plan to do is, one, make a complaint to the Chief Labour Officer that the dismissals were unfair, and two, it is a criminal offence under Section 40A of the Trade Union Act to fire people because they took industrial action or they joined the union or whatever. So they are playing with fire, and I hope they get burned. But I said worse yet, but even further than that now, because there are temporary workers who were employed for the crop, who are still employed at the factory. But you are sending home full-time work, full-time permanent workers, and keeping the temporary ones. Something must be very wrong with that.
That's our news until now. Morning Barbados breaks right here. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good, your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world. Your playlist, your station. 98.1.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 12 minutes after 7 o'clock. 12 minutes after 7 o'clock. It's Thursday morning, everybody. I hope you're up and you're ready and raring to go. If you're ready for Q in the community, then you're ready to spend some time with me as well. And so I love to see when young people are at work with ideas and then bring those ideas to fruition and to see the success. And so this weekend, we will see a successful staging of a final and much, much more for the St. George North Football Tournament, I call it. And a fun day as well. That's what I call it, right? Keyon Walcott, got it right?
Keyon.
Jeez, oh boy. Keyon is with me this morning. He's the youth commissioner for St. George North, and with him is Kamari Critchlow, who's also a youth commissioner.
That's correct.
Now, Keyon, this is your idea.
Yes,
so let's talk a little bit about why. How did you come up with this idea?
Well, me and my ghost partner, we were brainstorming some ideas when I received the position as youth commissioner.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I want to do this, I want to do that. No, then we were like, football is the thing. Football is a way that is the most popular sport now in Barbados.
Mm-hmm.
So then we decided on the St. George Grassroots Football Festival, where we bring together communities in St. George North. So all the teams are from St. George North. The ages range from 16 to 35. So yes, that's how we come up with the idea of the St. George North Grassroots Festival. It's more than just a football competition. It is youth development through sports.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And any pushback? Everybody was all ready for this?
Everybody was ready. But with all good things, things happen.
Things happen. So you went into the communities and you said, hey, let's pull together a team. A team was comprising how many people?
6 persons.
Right.
It's a small bar competition,
Right.
6 aside, and then 2 rolling subs, so 8 in all.
8 in all.
Yes, we.
And generally, the communities of St. George said, yeah, boy, St. George North in particular said, yeah, we're going to do this because my area is going to be that area.
Correct.
And on it went. How did you get in this, Kamari?
How I get in?
There's somebody who says, how you get in this?
Yeah, that's right. he pushed me in it. I got a phone call one day. He said, Chris, so you got an idea, you in it. But I'm also part of the entertainment sector as well. So he was like, you know how to organize when it comes to entertainment, DJs, stage, whatever the case may be. And that's what we're looking to do. Bring more excitement to this competition as well, as it is a fun day.
It is going to be a fun day as well. But you hold the ball in your hand.
Yes.
You play the game?
You say football, but this is actually the decision maker of bragging rights on Saturday.
Right. It is.
You understand?
So what are you saying? What
I'm saying is that the person who gets this in the net, the most things, will have bragging rights on Saturday.
Wow. And off the... And clearly not him, right? That's Peter, who has
just dropped the ball.
Buttery hands.
So we know who's not.
You know who's not going to
right. Let's see how you do. There you go, and the ball comes again. So this is going to be a lot of fun. But who's the final between?
So
and
we
the
have
playoff as well?
The finals is between Young Boys, they're representing Market Hill, and then Ballers FC, which is also not Market Hill, but Flat Rock.
Right. So Flat Rock
And
versus Market Hill.
Yeah.
So Flat Rock, Market Hill. So supporters, those of you who live there, those who have lived there as well and have gone elsewhere, this is now the tournament. You got to come and see.
Have to.
Where is it playing?
At the Glebe playing field. Saturday, the 11th of July, 12 to 8 is the whole day, but the finals is from 6:15. But we encourage everybody to come out from 12 p.m.
Right. So we can get, I know this where Kamari comes in because he has to do a lot of the 12 o'clock work.
Right.
And then later in the evening is when the football starts.
Yes.
All right, great. And the best team win, Tate Hill versus Market Hill.
Market Hill versus Newbury. Sorry, Market Hill versus Flat Rock.
Correct. Market Hill versus Flat Rock.
But Newbury's in the third place, so that's how I.
Right.
I
So
was
the
studying
third
Market
place
Hill.
playing as well.
Yeah.
So who's playing for the third place?
Newbury and Laura State.
And Laura State.
Yes, please.
Newbury or Laura State. May the best team win. May the best. What are you playing for? Just bragging rights?
No, there's prize money, and then trophies, also bragging rights.
Wow, this is big.
So the whole day's competitions, because from 12 we got going on the go-kart
Yes,
racing.
go-kart is from 3 to 4.
Yes, person open is go-kart racing.
The old tank girls are racing.
Bill and come out.
Which was the big thing that George had, you know?
Right. And we bring it back again because we incorporated that community and everybody coming on, bring out the talents. We got a game bus that day.
Jumping tent.
Like children being involved, jumping tents. There's
Live
all different stuff.
entertainment.
And the entrepreneurs that from your constituency as well that you engage in as well. So it's a whole big day. We empowering everybody, not only sporting ways, but entrepreneurship ways. Come out, have some fun, and make the best team win.
Made the best individual win as well.
Correct.
Because that's go-kart thing. It was wonderful
But
to
there's
behold.
also teams in that as well.
There are teams in that?
Yeah, there are persons that come together and help each other and
Okay.
put things in place.
Well, good luck to
But
all
it's still
y'all,
first,
'cause
second, and third.
There's still individual, first, second,
Individual,
third, and then
third.
team competitions as well. But it's something for everybody of every age. We're saying community come together. This is what this is all about,
That's
right?
what he said.
Yeah, see?
He says right there, he said, Kamari,
we got to do this.
empowering St. George.
Yeah. KEYUN, yeah?
Keon.
So let's talk a little bit about as youth commissioners and what your roles are in bringing the community together, particularly the young people.
So our roles as youth commissioners is really to create programs and empower the young persons in the community to be the best that they can be. Right? This could be through sports, academics, anything that they wish. We will assist in wherever we can to assist them.
And so, Kamari, young to young,
Yes.
that makes it a whole lot easier to get through, isn't it?
Correct.
The message.
Because we're coming from a place of understanding, some people do research on these young people. We actually know and go through certain things they go through as well. So coming from a place of understanding makes it easier. We also know, that money is a big factor within this young generation as well. So entrepreneurship, as he said, we're trying to push that upon a bigger scale. Persons that believe they feel that lack, gaining the skills they need, we getting them back into different programs. When I was here before, I told you that we get them into SJPI, BCC, whatever the case may be, and we cover full cost.
Yeah.
So that takes a load off of them as well, empowering them. So we feel real good about what we do as youth commissioners.
I'm proud of what you've done so far as youth commissioners and this competition, and more to come still. And so, I know you've had partners in this as well. So let's talk a little bit about who's partnered with you, Keon.
So the main partner will be the Youth Development Program through the Division of Youth and Culture. That is the main partner in this operation. We have obviously the MP, Tony Moore. She's a major factor in this as well. Have a few of the community members who say that yes, we are behind you with this activity and we got you back right through.
We can't forget the volunteers.
Yes, and the volunteers.
They came out and they have been amazing so far.
Correct. And all the youth commissioners that decided to assist me in this.
That's like Kimari, poor fella.
He's just one of the many.
One of the
many.
Not a problem. So influential he is.
Yes.
Keon. And so, is this the first initiative? Is this the first one, the grassroots football competition?
Yes. This is the
so this sets the bar.
Yes.
This sets the bar for the next competition next year.
Correct.
That we already planning.
They're already planning?
Yes, have to. You have to look at, see where we went wrong, what we can improve on next year.
Yeah. It sounds really, really exciting. I know that you're whipping up interest. I see you're on social media with the Division of Youth, Div Youth 246 on Insta.
Correct.
You see all of the vibe and the energy around this. And so we want you to come on Saturday from noon. Look at your screen. Look at your screen. Do you guys know where the Glee playing field is? Do you know where it is? It's right there in the corner. Right there in the corner.
George Parish Church. By St. George Parish Church.
That's the one you're going to?
Yeah.
So where's one further out?
That's Newbury.
Thinking about Newbury?
Yeah, you're thinking about Newbury.
No. All right. The one by St. George Parish Church is the one we're going to. Okay. So what's the other one that has a pavilion further up?
Probably Newbury.
Near to Ellerton. Oh, that's the Ellerton place.
Right.
It's all come back to me.
That's St. George South.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much indeed. And so we're going to the one by St. George Parish Church.
Correct.
You cannot miss it because you'll see all the activity there and the festivities and the people gathering to come really have a good day. A fun time on Saturday from noon. And then later in the evening, as the sun begins to set and it's a lot cooler, the football matches will start. And they were going for a third place playoff and a winner of the first grassroots football competition indeed. And so for St. George North, and that's important why you're there to witness the first. You were saying something, Kamari.
Yeah, I was just letting you know there's also some entertainment in it. We got some various DJs, and we also have some guest performances as well.
And you'll keep it as a surprise.
Yes, surprise. We all about surprises.
Fair enough. Surprises all day long. But guest DJs will be there to keep the energy and the vibe rolling and running and feeling sweet.
Correct.
As we have a really good day, literally from noon right through till about 8 o'clock.
Yes,
indeed.
that's correct.
Or until you want to go home. And I'm just kidding, Yuki. And so we want you to be there, everybody. We really, really want you to be there to give support to these young men. These are youth commissioners for the constituency of St. George North, and they've pulled together a grassroots football fun time. And so they want you to come see what they can do, what the young people can do, and then see how we support them going forward as well. The teams in the final are
Market Hill and Flower Rock.
And the teams in the third place playoff are
Newbury and Lower State.
And he's got it right, indeed. DJs, jumping tents, the kids zone,
Game
all
bus.
of that happening.
Go-karting.
Game bus, all of that happening. Go-karting. Come and see who wins in the go-kart competitions as well. It's going to be really, really, really good. Thank you, gentlemen.
You're most welcome. Thank you for having us.
And Kamari.
Yes, please.
The youth commissioners for St. George North. All the best to you indeed. And thanks to the support of the Division of Youth at the Sky Mall location.
Yes,
Alicia has been working really hard with you guys to push this. And so go to Div Youth 246 on Insta. You get a taste of what you can expect on Saturday, and you see why you should be there as well. Thanks again, gentlemen.
Most welcome.
You're welcome. Morning Barbados is right back right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, Email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
28 minutes now after the hour of 7 o'clock on this Thursday morning. We've always, as a community, asked people to give back and to give just generously or to volunteer. All of those kinds of things we've asked of people. And so for us at Morning Barbados, when they do so, we get excited because we like to celebrate when people give and give back, give generously for the upliftment of humanity. My eyes are going a little crazy. So joining me this morning are those behind AWOL Entertainment, and I'm happy to be joined by Jason Paris, who is the group CEO and the leader as well. Their communication specialist is Andre Wharton. You remember his face, I'm sure. And Shakira Gill is the marketing manager. To each of you, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
What is this AWOL?
Well, AWOL is basically all walks of life. We were formerly Chocolate Army Barbados. In rebranding, we have decided to go AWOL. Yeah, so we are on a new mission. We've been around for a while. I would have started as VSI, Village Styles Impressions, moved on to Villagers International, and then I moved on to Chocolate Army, and now we have rebranded to AWOL. Yeah, each brand carrying a new mission. And when they say a new mission, we obviously do entertainment. We are very popular around the crop over scene, especially in the 4-day morning. We would have been responsible, I think, for, let's say, the innovation of 4-day from the standpoint of having moved from t-shirt into a semi-costume kind of thing that the females find very sexy and attractive. Yeah, so we would have done that over the years. We've been around for over 2 decades. Yeah, so basically we are doing different things. We do things within the schools, within the community. We arise from the community of Black Rock Northwest. However, the brand, Villages International and so on, I would have started that way back at University of West Indies, where we used to have a UE Carnival. So I would have originated from the UE Carnival, and then I took it into my community, which is in the St. Michael area, the Northwest area. We did a lot of work in the community down there. We do a lot of work in the St. Thomas area as well. That's where my school is, because I'm a teacher by occupation. And we did a lot of work throughout the island, because we go into communities and lend a helping hand, especially in the area of sport and also culture. Yeah, so that's a bit of background on us.
And that's how we come to know Andre.
Correct.
Because Andre from the UE Connection as well, who has been here many times before. And so, Andre, here we are now at this juncture in the progression of the life of the Chocolate Army.
Yeah.
Now, you know, the AWOL award. And so, let's talk a little bit about that and what that is supposed to resonate as.
All walks of life, basically encompassing and inviting everybody.
From all walks of life.
All walks of life. It is not a band or a concept for this person or this type of person. Everyone can come in and find a space and find a home within AWOL. And when you speak of community, that's what community actually is. It's not necessarily just one type of person. It's all different types of persons that come together for one particular reason and just pull it in that direction, especially once it is positive. We want all walks of life, because Pearson, in his profession, has a particular idea. Jason, as a teacher, has a particular idea. My walk has a particular idea. And when we get to combine all of those together, you then start to find, hey, I didn't know I could do it like this. I didn't know I could do it like that. And you end up with a new product altogether. And that's what the transition from Chocolate Army actually was into this AWOL, where we are now just not only focusing highly on the crop over product and the Juve 4-day morning, but we incorporating a lot of community outreach initiatives, and we're using this particular event, which is our national festival, national carnival, to move other projects along. So just empowering other facets of life, because it then connects back to the very people who support us. You come, you jump with us in August, and then by September, there's scholarships being given out. There's support for young sportsmen and sports ladies being given out. So we give right back to the people who work with us in the summer period.
So people of all walks of life also want to feel as though they're heard. And so I'm just trying to figure out how you do capture the feedback, one, and then to make the plan for the next move that you make.
Well, as Jason said, firmly rooted within the community. So it doesn't even have to be the formal meeting. You go in the rum shop, you sit down after cricket, you meet up as parents at a game for the kids, you hear things, man, Jason, man, next year you gotta do this way. Andre tell Jason that he can't do that there again. Or how he could do that, and then let me know that that's what's happening. That's how we get our feedback. It is so organic. Don't need a lot of formalities around it. Naturally, as the group, the committee, we will come together and try to piece things together as best as possible for the business element of it. But because it is so much intertwined with all walks of life, the people that make up Barbados, we get the feedback almost daily. So they're waiting, they want to know when the costumes launching, when you could do this, when you could do that. They basically tell us everything that we need to know in the most natural fashion.
It's really organic.
Really organic. So that's the good thing about it.
And so Shakira, then you got to take all of this and tell the world as the marketing, who's responsible for marketing and getting that message also out. Let's look at what's happening now and what is it that you're doing and how you go about making sure the whole world knows about what you're doing.
Good morning again to everyone. What I usually do is that I reach out to everybody, from the youth to the older age persons that would be here from the intersection from Chocolate Army. Yes, I'm new to the team, but I'm also innovative, and I'm also a teacher by job description. We are reaching out to the public to help assist and to come out in helping with the bands, and not only with the bands, but coming out to the youth and the events that we will usually have. And we are also reaching out to other parties for sponsorships and stuff so that we can help keep what we are doing together for all walks of life. And we're also looking at the fact that one of their committee members had passed, so we had not stopped everything initially, but we stopped to reflect and to salute Shireen Hewitt. So we're doing we're proposing to the public a Shireen Hewitt scholarship, youth scholarship, where that we would undergo looking at a person that is more sports oriented, and we're reaching out to all secondary schools and all primary schools, whereas that we're giving one individual from each school, which is secondary and the primary. So when we are finished, we will have 2 students to go forward for that. So how you can apply is that one student from each school, one primary and one secondary school, can apply to us. The information will be out there soon rather than later.
Is it on your socials? You have socials?
Yes, please. It's on our social media page.
Which is?
Which is AWOL Events Barbados.
AWOL Events Barbados. And
Yes,
once you
please.
go there, you see the criteria for your submission.
Yes, please.
Okay. And so, but you're not giving every school. We have lots
No,
of
so
schools in Barbados.
what we're doing is that at the end of all the accumulation of all
So
the
all
applicants,
schools can
schools can enter.
Right.
We're not limiting anyone, but it's only one student per school.
Right.
Primary and secondary school. So in the end, we'll have 2 students, one primary and one
Right.
secondary.
So all schools can enter, even St. Lucie Primary. You can
Yes,
enter as
please.
well. Ignatius Bar, I'm a St. Lucie man.
Everybody.
So we can all enter.
Yes,
And,
please.
but at the end of it all, once the criteria has been met and everybody,
We'll
you've
take the
assessed
best
all of that,
5
you're just
out of
taking.
each. Yes, please.
Go ahead.
We would take the best 5 out of each, 5 from the primary school and 5 from the secondary
Right.
school, and we come together as a team collectively.
And then
we
decide one.
No, we're not deciding as yet. That's not the our
Okay.
final decision. What we want to do is to also give both students from the primary and the secondary school an opportunity to come and present themselves to us, so that will be your final part of your portfolio.
Of the 5,
Of the 5,
for
yes,
primary,
please.
5
We
for
have-
secondary,
yes,
you make
please.
your oral presentations,
Yes, please.
and then from that will emerge the
Yes,
one
please.
and the other one.
Yes, please.
I got you, well structured. I get the idea now. So, folks, everywhere, follow the socials on AWOL Events Barbados on socials and see what it is and how you can put forward your recommendations for your school. But who's Shireen?
Yeah, boy. Shireen is actually my long-standing model. Like, she's my personal friend, and she has been around for over 20 years. Because we would have had Villastel's Impressions, Villagers International, Chocolate Army, and now AWOL. So Shireen would have modeled for me for that time, over 20 years. And she's known to Barbados for modeling with Chocolate Army and AWOL. Unfortunately, we lost her about 2 weeks ago. She passed away. And, we said we came together as a group. And obviously, it's very untimely, being that we are preparing for crop over. But she's a crop over girl. She loved 4-day morning as well. And she loved to be out there, and she modeled with plenty bands. When I say plenty, Zulu International, Crave, and Chocolate Army, obviously AWOL for 4-day. So having lost Shireen is been really tough, and her family and so on are not taking it very well. But we wanted to do some things to obviously reflect on her life.
Yeah, I want you to look at the screen, folks. I'm sorry. This is Shireen?
This is Shireen here.
Look at the screen. You know this face, you know this body, you know this personality indeed. And so it's in her honor that this initiative is on the give back to secondary and primary schools in Barbados indeed. And so your participation is so encouraged indeed. So let's do this in honor of Shireen Hewitt. Shireen Hewitt, who has transitioned, and she is now with the Lord, as we older people would tend to say. But we want to continue her spirit in this activity as well. And so as much as she made herself available for you, the team is making themselves available in her honor to you. And so we want you to continue to support the team at AWOL, AWOL, and the events. And so it begs the question, where are you getting your funding from?
Yeah, well, basically what we are encouraging, obviously, Barbados to do, those persons who would have played mass with us in any of the groups that we would have had in the past, we're encouraging everyone to come out, because we're going to have a 4-day morning jump in her honor on the 1st of August. So you can pay attention to the socials, of course, and go sign up for your costume and get in the band, get involved to pay tribute to Shireen by a jump. We're going to do an event. It's going to be in a kind of a 2-part. We're going to actually have a pre-jump and then a little jump. Yeah, so that we can pay a tribute to Shireen because she believed in 4-day morning and she loved it. And I know for sure, like, this year she didn't, because of the situation she was going through, she wasn't seen early, and plenty of people were messaging to say, JP, where's Shireen? Yeah, obviously we didn't want to let too much out the bag, but I just want to add my condolences to her family at this time, and to the entire Chocolate Army and AWOL family. Everyone has been reaching out. The team is, what should I say, we're trying not to be dim at this time. It's very challenging, but we are trying to put our energy out there in a positive way. Hence, we decided to do the scholarship, and we're going to do the jump in her honor for this year. And hopefully in years to come, we can do it so that we can memorize Shireen, because she was a real personality, a really good person. Her daughter right now is actually doing very well in swimming. So hence why we came up with the scholarship to pass on to some young students who are into sport and also in their academics, right? So that this is something that her daughter and her mom and so on, the family can present after crop over, and something we want to keep going over the years.
So show up for this very special August 1st pre-4-day morning jump indeed, and or you can also continue to make contributions to the organization AWOL Entertainment. And so, Andre, when we do 4-day morning, we get dirty.
Yep.
Sorry, well, y'all do 4-day morning, you always get dirty.
You could come too.
So, okay.
We're inviting you.
But then let's go about that. So, is it registration?
Yeah, definitely. Same process as normal. You can go onto AWOL Events Barbados page, look at our costumes there, decide which one you can look the best in, so that you could come and get messy with us. We can provide everything else. You just bring the vibe and the spirit. We can give you the paint, the powder, everything else to make sure you have a really fantastic time. And as Jason said, the honoring Shireen really is the capstone of it all. She was there on the road every single 4-day, and you could rest assured she's going to have a great time. So we're now saying, hey, come, let's honor her in this way. We had to pause for a little bit in the midst of it all, but we then got the blessings from the family to say, no, go ahead. This is exactly what she would have wanted to be done. So we're full steam ahead now, and we're looking towards everyone in Barbados joining us on 4-day morning to have a fantastic time. Just go on the page right now, AWOL Events Barbados, find the costume that you like the most, and hit the registration. Come on down to Empire Sports Club. You can do your registration there as well. And then Marshall's in 4 Roads, St. Philip, you can register there as well. And just reach out to any of the committee members. Even if you can't get to us, we will get to you. Just use the social media pages, send us a DM, and we will figure out the best way to meet up and make sure you get in, not only to just have a good time, but to honor the memory of Shireen.
In the spirit of Shireen Hewitt, indeed. And so the spirit you knew her for is the same spirit we want you to come in. So while we are mourning her loss, we're celebrating her contribution, and we celebrate in the best way we know how, being like Shireen, showing up and being a part of it indeed. So Empire Sports Club is one place you can go register and perhaps at the same time pick up your costume. You can also go to Marshall's trading in 4 Roads, St. Philip and St. John, not St. Philip.
No, Marshall's Mini Mart. Yeah, in 4 Roads,
Marshall's Mini Mart in 4 Roads,
St. Philip.
St. Philip. Yeah. That's another spot, or you can do it on socials as well. Pay up, folks, and let's make this scholarship possible for a primary or secondary school student who is passionate about sport, just as Shireen was, just as her daughter is. And so the legacy continues through the activities of AWOL Events Barbados indeed. I wish you well. I thank you for doing this as well in her memory, and for not giving up. You know, sometimes we tend to want it to stop, but life continues. And I'm glad you paused for just a moment, and now we press the gas again. Shireen would want this. So I wish you hope and power and peace through this whole season as you still grapple with her loss, but at the same time knowing that she is there with you. She's flying just above you, watching everything you do to make sure it happens. So 4-day morning, all-inclusive jump. It is all-inclusive of everything. Take your salute as Shireen would have, and she says thank you, and we do too. So we want to encourage you to register as soon as possible and come jump. Come get dirty and muddy and messy and everything else. I have a really good time in the dark of the day, enjoying what it really is indeed, a full celebration of the life and times and contribution and the energy and the spirit of Shireen Hewitt. It's important that you do so, Barbados. Thank you, Jason, Andre, and Shakira. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome too. Morning Barbados is right back right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
CBC, good afternoon.
My name is Omar Watson. My name is Jeffrey Mapp II.
Kai Jones Goodrich, and I currently work in the newsroom.
Ethan Taylor, and I'm in the sales and marketing department.
Abigail Mapp-Greenidge, and I'm working in the accounts department.
My name is Julie Welch-Kay, and I work under the finance department.
My highlight here would be my first week. Actually, I was invited to be on Mornin Barbados my second day.
My best moment would have to be when I was able to go to the Arts Pearly launch.
Going to the site visit, enjoying the community, and meeting all the officiators and vendors. So far, I've been doing content for the 3 stations, Vibe 94, 98.1, and Q100, 1000.
And here is where I do my obits. I learned that obituaries are very important. They need to be read properly, need to be written properly for them to be spoken right.
I have learned so far how to do internal and external documents, how to deal with customer service. I have also learned how to do filing and accounts reconciliation.
CBC has helped me a lot in ways as a person who likes production and stuff like that.
What you learn in the classroom will never be what you can learn out in the field.
I would say it's a wonderful experience so far, and I learned a lot.
My best influence is Sharika Pap.
Pearson would have told me to just be natural, be calm, and don't think about it too much.
And Nesta Henry.
Kurt Brown, TJ, Alan Skills, DJ Ross.
Thank you, Arlene.
Well, my current future goal is to come back and work at CBC News as a full-time journalist. But long-term goals, I'd like to get into broadcasting journalism and become a news anchor.
I would like to continue working in marketing or even corporate communications or public relations.
My future goals are to work in hospitality.
My future goals and aspirations is to be an accountant.
My experience so far, I was a 9.5. 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10 so far.
Boy, Omari Watson is his name, and so he sits with me now as we check in once again how he's doing, how is he going, how is it going for him. Omari, good morning to you.
Morning.
Our last guests, as they were leaving, said something to you. What did he say?
He was saying I was doing a great job so far, very mannerly young man. So obviously I try to put on, show them that I can be mannerly and, yeah.
I must say, I say the same thing. I echo what he's saying.
Yeah.
I remember the other morning, I said, Omari, how do you get here so early? And I like that about the fact that you show up to work early every day. One of the firsts in the studio as well. So let's talk a little bit about that and your commitment to that.
Well, that started from the time I was in primary school. Mm-hmm. My dad is an early leaver. As much as he's always late, he always tried to instill in me that you gotta get places early. People think of you a certain way if you show at a certain time. So I carried that with me through secondary school. Obviously having to go from Warren to St. Peter, that was a long pull. Mm-hmm. So I just try to be early because I don't like to be waiting on anyone and I don't want anyone to be waiting on me. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to give them a chance to judge me as a person because of that.
And so you continue to, even in your experience with us here at the CBC interning.
Yes, please.
As you walked in the door, as we just saw, you came in with preconceptions, no doubt things you would have heard about, and you formed an opinion of the CBC. Now that you've spent these numbers of weeks with us thus far, what's that opinion now?
Well, the opinion now is that CBC is a very big company. Before hearing on the streets, people saying, oh, CBC ain't professional sometimes, or CBC fading away, just not even done off with CBC. And that's not true. Obviously, when I started studying mass communication, they would have showed me, I would have learned like the different things that goes into production and stuff like that. And I would have grown more appreciative of it. So obviously when I got here and seeing what goes on behind the scene, I can obviously say that that's not true at all. CBC is very much big and very much present in Barbados.
That's quite true. And so for those who don't know, Omari works with us, has been working with us attached to this Morning Barbados show every single day, and other projects as well that you do.
Yes,
give us a scope of what a day is like for you.
Well, I work Morning Barbados. I have to help make up the guests. I have to greet them when they come in, take down the names, let the producer know if anyone is not coming and stuff like that. If they ask for any assistance, so like this morning, the guy would have asked for coffee, got him his coffee, and then after Morning Barbados is finished, I would then go to the room, do some editing, the interviews, because some guests may want the interview, edit the promo that you see on TV before we play Morning Barbados, and sometimes my boss may have some extra projects, so like crop over, may want to interview the artists and stuff like that, so they may need me to make up the people, set up the set, make sure the cameras are aligned properly and stuff like that.
And then I gave you the order, right?
Yes, please.
Come in every day and turn on these monitors.
Yeah.
And that's all part of the process. And so now you see for yourself, I suppose, that there's so much more that happens behind the scenes that a lot of times the viewer doesn't get to know about. The hours that one you have to put in to start with before we even go live to get done what you have to do, and then the work that you have to do post the live as well to finish up that particular project before you move on to another project every single day.
Yes,
and so do you have any regrets at all?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Because it can look good on your resume any day. Like, come on, intern at CBC.
Yes.
A lot of people can say, all right, he for sure coming with some expectations.
Yes.
So got to keep it up and show everyone that like, I'm here. I'm very much interested in what I'm doing, and I want to do my best.
I see you every time you do everything, you try everything, and I see you doing it all the time, which is good, which is a very good practice. But in what we do, we meet interesting people every single day on Morning Barbados. Some who come with lots of things behind their names, because you would have met Ambassador David Kawishaw and some other big ups as well. How does it feel to you to know that you're so close to people you would have seen on TV all the time?
Obviously, that was a big opportunity for me because networking is a big thing, especially when you're no start in your career. So like last week, we would have some film, some actors and stuff like that on the show. So I'm a person who's interested in production and interested in making films and stuff like that. So I would have spoke with them when they came out, and they were very excited to see that I'm interested, and I came out and spoke with them, gave them my contact number, took theirs, and I'm very much now still speaking with them and hoping that I can work on a future project with them.
So, any future project, what's the idea behind those future projects that you like to work on?
Well, I like to make films, documentaries, so like short films, documentaries, maybe even some little small social media posts, content creation. So I'm into that. So in my free time at work, I have my laptop here with me, sit down, try to think of some ideas, some films that people would like, then start at the script or whatever, so that when the time comes, I have the script there. I can just start filming. I have no excuse not to do it.
Have you done any filming or any production finished?
Yeah, I did. For my course in mass communication, we have documentary class, we have digital production tools, and audio production. So they would have given us the chance to choose our topic. So for my documentary, the struggle of entrepreneurs. So we would have gone out, spoke with people who are young entrepreneurs who are successful now, and also we would have got the viewpoint of some experts. So obviously that run around and stuff like that, people postponing interviews, it was a lot. So that made me more appreciative, as I said before, of production, because There's a lot that goes into it, and a lot of people don't know that.
And you see what happens sometimes when we have a guest booked and they don't show up.
Yeah.
What stress it puts on me, right?
Because you obviously have to rewire your brain. You have to think of something else that could put it into place to make it the time for them.
Particularly in a live broadcast.
Yeah.
When it's live and we can't stop the clock. We just got to go, keep going, find a way to stretch it and make it happen. So the audience doesn't realize, well, we hope, that something may have changed. That's the pressure. But then when you're doing the kind of pressure, the productions that have post-production, that's a different approach now.
Yes, please.
And so is there any project you've finished? Any of your documentaries finished?
Yeah, I finished the documentary, The Struggle of a Young Entrepreneur.
Is it, so as in we can watch it?
Yeah.
Does Roel know?
No.
Well, Roel now knows. So you know what that means. Before your internship is done, we have to share a piece of your documentary. Do you mind?
No problem.
Wow. Now we know. So we have to look out for the great work of Omari Watson. So Omari Watson wants to be the film producer or the film editor, film director. What is it? Everything?
Yeah, I want to be an everything person. Editor, producer, director. That's what I say when I came here. I'm interested in learning anything, because when you learn everything, you can be the best person in whatever field you choose to focus on.
Absolutely true. And so, given your focus, a lot of what you wanted to learn, you learned.
Yes, so I want to learn more camera work, and also the miking up people. Like, obviously Peter would have shown me the different type of ways I can mic up people. You have to be very vocal when speaking to people, because people may not hear you and will be like, oh, you touched me there, this and that. So
you have to be respectful of their space.
Exactly. So you just have to let them know what you're doing, show them what you're going to do, and just execute.
Yeah. A lot of times people watching don't understand that, I may not want, you push your hand out of my shirt to put, those kinds of things. And so you have to be very respectful of your guests and ensure that they're comfortable to either one, allow you to thread the microphone, or for them to do it themselves, and you show them how to do so. And so there's a lot that are soft skills that this job requires, and you've been having the opportunity to do so. And so you have no regrets
at all.
And so very soon it's going to come to an end.
Yeah. Well, obviously it's not going to come to an end with me in production. I'll still be around.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day I'll be back on this show and well established.
That is our plan too.
Yes, please.
So of course, don't lose our number.
No, of course.
Don't lose our number. You have been such a joy to work with, honestly, Omari.
Thank you very much.
You're calm, but you're purposeful.
Yes, please.
And you get it done. You've never once raised your voice at anybody, which is quite good. For in terms of dynamics within a group or a setting as well, because I'm sure that's what you're learning as well, how to work with numbers of different people and different personalities and blah blah blah. You've been able to handle that with great aplomb, and I respect you for that as well. If I knock at the door of the office, you're always ready to respond. When I come raise it, where's Roel? You point out where he is, those kinds of things, and I think you've learned a lot. You've really, really, really learned a lot, and I'm really proud of the distance you've traveled as well. I'm sure. Your moments of time on TV, what's been the responses so far?
I mean, my first time on Mornin Barbados?
Especially the first time.
Well, when I told you that, I don't know if my mom is watching or not. She was watching. So when I came back inside, and I checked my bag, I realized my phone, like my mother blowing up, like 10 missed calls. It was like, so then now I post the interview on my socials. The amount of love that I got from my followers and friends, I loved it. Like, everyone was impressed, and everyone was congratulating me and stuff like that, and it made me feel, gave me that extra push.
Hey, who's Shauna Griffith? Look at my little brother. Look at my little brother.
That's my sister.
That's your sister's watching too.
Yeah.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. But it's because of you.
Yes, please.
It's because of you. Don't ever lose who you are, Omari. I wish you well with your future, all right? And I'm sure with a few more weeks that we have together, there's a lot more you can learn.
Of course.
Of course, my brother. Always. I introduced to you today Omari Watson. Note his name, note his face. Open doors for him, because he is truly an excellent worker. I say so. So you've got your testimonial from me on the TV indeed. And so, Omari, again, I wish you well and great success.
Thank you very much.
Good man. And that's it for today. We've ended, I think, on a very, very positive note with a very positive young man. I want to wish you a beautiful today, Thursday. It be the will of the Lord. We'll see you tomorrow, Friday, everybody. Take care and bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.